Hey, I don't know how many of you get dressed by just picking something up off the floor, but a lot of the time that is me. I go for what's easy, and I have to change so many times throughout the day as I'm sort of changing personas and roles in the way I'm showing up. And so, I have all these kind of go-to outfits. Well, this morning, this was what was kind of on the floor next to the bed because I had done a sound healing last night. And as I popped it on and was getting ready, I looked in the mirror and I was like reminded of the power of these words, like love is the truth. And, last night I put it on, as I said, for a sound healing. And I had the honor of doing a sound healing for my parents, which is a pretty big deal for them to sort of see and experience what it is that I do. They had all of their neighbors, and they had given this gift to a bunch of people in their community. And it was just really, really, really wonderful. And I feel so blessed. And I was thinking about the power of retuning your frequency, right? Retuning the energy that is you, and that ability through sort of changing the resonance or the frequency that you're tapping into. It's just like you're just like a tuning fork, right? And so whatever it is that you're around a lot, we start to kind of resonate with and pick up the frequency of. And we do this not on a physical level. It doesn't have to be always through what it is that we're picking up, like tangibly, right, in the physical realm, like what we're listening to, reading, but in our energetic realm, like what we're picking up on an energetic level is what is most important, because your body, or your energetic body, is vibrating. Again, it's energy. It's a little tuning fork that's around you. It's like little tentacles that are picking up the energy around you and tuning into it. And so if we want to pick up different energy, we've got to retune our body and then keep it in that resonance, and then start to impact the things around us so that we become the initial like clang that everything else vibrates at, right? And how do we do that? How do we change ourselves? Well, first of all, how do we notice what channel we're tuned into? See, because if we are these vibrating beings that are sort of like picking up a certain channel or frequency, then we will know what frequency we're tuned into if we listen to our thoughts, or just become aware of our internal dialogue, the thoughts that are happening, and the energy of those thoughts. That's going to tell you what channel you're tuned into. Just like if you're watching your TV, and if you're watching something happy, you're watching a happy show, right? Because you feel good and you feel it in your body. The way that it makes you, the thoughts it provokes that makes a feeling resonance again, and your energy sort of shifts or changes. If you're watching something scary, you'll have the same impact, or something sad. And our thoughts will change, right, in accordance with what it is that we're tuned into at that time. And if you're doing, say, like the radio, whatever channel the radio is tuned into, and again, you get to sort of tune it, that you're not going to pick up other radio stations. You're only going to pick up the one you're tuned into. And you, my friend, are a little tuning fork right now. What are you tuned into? And you're going to know what you're tuned into based on your thoughts. See, your thoughts are, again, just an indicator of, oh, that's the channel I'm tapped into. It might be lack, scarcity, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy. Might have jealousy or worry or fear, negativity, all of those sort of things. Well, that's the channel that you're tuned into. So eventually that becomes your words. It'll be the frequency behind your words. It'll be the energy people feel when you talk. It'll be the energy that you're holding in your body, and it will become your actions, and it will become the way that you see the world, perceive the world. So if you want to tune into a different channel where you'll literally change the filter you're viewing the world through, you'll change your words, you'll change your thoughts, everything can shift and change. You've got to first change the channel you're tuned into, the frequency that you're vibrating at, right? You have to change your own internal resonance to something that fits what it is that you want to experience. And I'm going to encourage you to change that resonance to love, because love is the ultimate superpower. If you can change your resonance to love, if you can be in connection With love, you take down all of the perceived limitations and barriers around yourself, because eventually you will see that you are everything and everything is you. There'll be no separation, us and them. When you're talking about that person, you're talking about you, right? And so as we move more into a deeper sense of really resonating on, I mean, not just saying, hey, I love you, right? But resonating with love, it becomes who you are. That is when you are accessing your superpower. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do today, to figure out a way to change your resonance to love. And again, I always recommend coming to a sound healing with me. That is a primary focus of really anything I do, or class I teach, or life coaching, whatever it is. I can assist you on that path. Like, how do I change that filter? How do I, tune in to something new? And it's not an easy thing, because once we have created these grooves, right, we're really hooked into that channel. I mean, think about once you get addicted to listening to some sort of show or podcast or something, how you like to stay in that habit. It becomes now part of your routine. Well, now it's in your thoughts. It's big grooves in your thoughts. You want to go right to that channel all the time. And so then it becomes your habits, it becomes your rituals, it becomes your routines, it becomes everything. You wake up and it's there again, because that's the channel you're tuned into. But we can't just change it on a superficial level. I can't just move you to a new environment, because you'll just bring that channel there, because it's in your energy. So we've got to change the frequency first. And changing the frequency is really tuning into a whole new essence. It's becoming in alignment with love, is what I'm hoping, right? With this vibration, with this frequency. Just remembering that is the truth, and everything else is just sort of, you may be playing with this realm for a little bit, but you don't have to be stuck there. It's definitely not the truth. It's just something that you're choosing to kind of dabble in. Just like, oh, I'm gonna look at this channel for a second. But please always come back to the channel of love. And I love you. So I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for listening.